Hello, this is the Anime Wowie. Welcome back to Princess Evangile. About what? Why are you glaring at me? Right. You mean the final course tourist thing? What does that mean exactly? I've been wondering about that. At my question, the two exchanged a troubled gaze. Yeah? Alright, Tammy mentioned that too. Well, as part of the news club, I knew a thing or two, and Chiho never really fit in. Right. I like Tanner Bell. The two shook hands, and we had our first affiliation. Tanner Bell was dancing on her shoulders. I wonder how would that do, like the whole, would he just wiggle? I shook hands with her as well. Once it was finished, Ruriko stared at her hand in disbelief. It's just a handshake. Chiho did seem to notice when she heard the others whispering about her. Oh, look at Barry Barrel's face! Why does it look like he's about to cry? Misunderstanding them? How? I remember the incomplete thoughts she had expressed to me the day before. Besides, even you treat me that way. I can't believe she think that. We were childhood friends and everything. But as Riko said, it might have been the influence of the school that led her to think that. Now that I know what she's thinking, we can fix it. I'll talk to her again tomorrow. Hopefully another, not a strike 3, for crying out loud. No one deserves a slap in the face. Unless they truly deserve it. I'm talking to you, boys who cheat on their girlfriends. You deserve an absolute slap in the face. And a kick to the balls. Either or. Either order is fine. They deserve at least some punishment for cheating. Or being distasteful, unloyal. Again, I was raised in a gentleman's club. Another long story that I cannot go into. I've been scarred. Many forced habits were pushed into me. I blame my mother for it because she's the one that made me go. Yes. Huh? No, it's not like that. Where did that come from, Ririko? No, the term seriously doesn't have that implication at all. Ririko was intelligent, but she was also the kind of girl who had never seen boxers before. And there was her reaction to our handshake, too. She was the kind of person who showed that being intelligent and being knowledgeable were not necessarily the same thing. I couldn't quite understand what the difference was myself. Camp number 3, everybody. Roger. Hopefully. I can't remember. I forgot so much of the game. I haven't played in a while. Unfortunately, the result weren't much to talk about. Chihel moved away swiftly, and I picked up the pace to meet her. We ended up in the rose garden. Wait a minute. At least hear me out, please. Or are you just never going to talk to me again? Look, I was really happy to see you again. Huh? Right. Finally, I explained to her about the mob coming after me. However, her reaction was still cold. What? I tell you the truth. It's just, well, even though it was my old man's death, they were still coming after me, so... Well, that's true, but... But listen, Chiho, you know how dangerous the goons are, don't you? That was true. No, I really do know. No, my source was the old man. That old bastard. He was so good with words. He had me fully convinced the goons were dangerous. Though in the end, it still seemed like he was right about that. All since I never got to tell you personally, I guess it wasn't obvious how scared I was. It wasn't until she said that I realized I was holding on to her wrist. The moment I let go, she turned her here. Well, she always been fast on her feet. I'm not lying! Why would I lie about this? And that's how it turned out. Yeah, I can't really deny that. Yeah, that was true. That's what I had been so worried about and why I had wanted to see her. I couldn't count the number of times I found myself somewhere looking up at the sky, eyes filled with tears as I thought of Chiho and my friends. But I couldn't make her understand that, and not knowing the circumstances was making it worse. Yeah, you might be right about that. Right. Well, that's where the conversation stalled. Ririko mentioned war and passion, didn't seem to have any concrete plan attached to it. Demonstrate what? Oh, I see. Lure them out, but wouldn't that be a little dangerous? I am? I don't really think so. But we don't know for sure if that's the case. The truth was, I haven't had a day's worth of real training. The idea is making me pretty anxious. It would be one thing if it were just me, but to bring Chiho into it. Well, I guess, but... What? You can do that? I see. Does no one get the saying bad feeling right here? Oh, let's lure the mafia out so they can kidnap the sheriff where a bodyguard doesn't do anything but sit around. Yeah, I guess so. Wow, that was a surprise. Yeah, normally I would have thought that sort of thing was impossible. The Kamayagi group. Even I knew that name. I think everyone in Japan knew that name. Lately, they were even known around the world as the global expanding Kamayagi. To put it plainly, the idea of me becoming friends with someone from a family like that was nothing short of a miracle. Rice was a very active person, but she was still a proper lady, which gave her statement extra conviction. Ririko explained that the suddenness of the request meant that their usual bodyguard were already fully scheduled elsewhere. Can we still get a bodyguard? In that case, let's do that. I want to make up with Chiho quickly, too. Ririko pressed a few buttons on her cell phone, took it off on hold. From there, the three of us worked out the finer points of our plan, and I prepared for tomorrow. And I feel like fast forwarding this. This will be another chop out. The next day I was hiding by the gate waiting for the others to show. Ah, here they come. Again, I've got the feeling of skip. Should I skip? Okay. I'm sorry, everybody. I gotta skip this. This part. I know this will be fun to watch me beating the shit out of the mafia, but that's beside the point. I'm going to skip this. You guys are welcome to yell at me, hate me, do whatever you like. But, this is gonna hurt. Mainly for me, from you guys, than this. Because that's too long. I gotta find a way to shorten this series somehow, too. That's another thing. And get a drink. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in the next part. Sorry. You're welcome to hate me. Or leave a comment of hatred. I was expecting them in the future anyway. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next part.